What if I told you that an old, dirty, scratched, ordinary-looking 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter dollar sitting in your pocket right now could be worth not just a few dollars, not even a few thousand? It sounds unbelievable. It sounds impossible. But in the world of rare coins, the difference between face value and a fortune can come down to the tiniest detail, a small error, a subtle variation, a nearly invisible flaw that most people overlook every single day. One of those coins that has sparked curiosity, excitement, and even controversy among collectors across the United States. The 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter was part of the groundbreaking 50 State Quarters program launched by the United States Mint in 1999. This ambitious program aimed to release 5 new quarter designs each year, honoring each of the 50 states in the order they joined the Union. It became one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history, sparking a nationwide collecting craze. Millions of Americans who had never paid attention to coins suddenly began checking their change, filling maps, and building collections. Connecticut was one of the first 5 states honored in 1999, alongside Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Georgia. The Connecticut Quarter features the famous charter oak tree, a powerful symbol in the state's history. According to legend, in 1687, Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter inside a massive oak tree to prevent it from being confiscated by the English governor. The image of the charter oak represents independence, resistance, and American spirit. That historical depth already gives the coin emotional and symbolic value. But history alone does not make a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Rarity and error do. The P Mint mark on the 1999 Connecticut Quarter indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Connecticut quarters. On the surface, that might make the coin seem common and ordinary. And in most cases, it is. Most 1999 P Connecticut quarters in circulation are worth only face value or slightly above, if uncirculated. But within that massive mintage, a tiny number of coins were struck with dramatic mint errors or unusual characteristics that make them incredibly rare and extremely valuable. What makes this coin mysterious is the combination of mass production and hidden anomalies. With such a large mintage, you would assume everything was perfectly standardized. Yet modern minting processes, especially during high-demand programs like the State Quarter series, can produce mistakes. These mistakes sometimes escape quality control. When they do, they create coins that are unique, scarce, and highly desirable among collectors. One of the most valuable and mysterious varieties associated with the 1999 P Connecticut Quarter involves major mint errors, such as double dies. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin receives a misaligned second impression during manufacturing. This results in visible doubling in the lettering, date, or design elements. On some Connecticut quarters, collectors have reported doubling in Liberty, or even in details of the charter oak tree branches. Strong, dramatic doubling that is easily visible without magnification can significantly increase value. In high mint state grades, a powerful double die example could potentially command values in the range of $237,000 to $445,000, especially if it is the finest known specimen. Another extraordinary category of value comes from off-metal strikes. An off-metal error occurs when a coin is struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or composition. For example, if a Connecticut quarter were mistakenly struck on a nickel planchet, a cent planchet, or even a foreign coin blank, the result would be a dramatic and rare error. These coins often weigh significantly less or more than the standard 5.67 grams of a regular quarter. Off-metal errors are extremely rare because blank planchets are carefully controlled. When such a coin is authenticated and graded by a reputable service, it can command staggering prices. In exceptional circumstances, particularly if the error is unique and in pristine condition, values could climb toward $1.3 million in competitive private sales. There are also broad strike errors. A broad strike happens when the retaining collar that normally shapes the coin's edge fails during striking. Without the collar, the coin expands outward, resulting in a wider, thinner coin with no reeded edge. Broad strikes are visually dramatic and instantly recognizable. While minor broad strikes may sell for hundreds or thousands, A perfectly preserved 1999 P Connecticut Quarter broad strike in high mint state condition could reach into the six-figure range depending on demand and eye appeal. Clipped planchet errors are another fascinating variety. These occur when the blank metal strip used to punch out planchets overlaps during cutting, creating a curved or straight clip missing from the coin's edge. A Connecticut quarter with a large, clean clip and strong strike detail could be extremely desirable. Collectors pay premiums for symmetry, size of clip, and overall condition. Then there are dramatic off-center strikes. When a planchet is misaligned during striking, part of the design may be missing, and the coin may show a blank crescent shape. The more off-center the strike, while still showing a full date and mint mark, the more valuable the coin. A 50% off-center strike with full date visible is especially prized. In superb condition, such an example can command extraordinary prices. Die cracks, cuds, and retained die breaks add another layer of intrigue. A cud is a raised blob of metal caused by a broken piece of the die. On the Connecticut quarter, a cud near the rim cutting into the tree branches could create a unique and highly collectible variety. Each die break is different, meaning no two coins are exactly alike. That uniqueness fuels collector excitement. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in value. A dirty or old appearance does not necessarily mean low value. In fact, original surfaces are critical. Cleaning a coin can destroy microscopic details and significantly reduce its worth. Professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS67, MS68, or higher is considered superb gem quality. At those levels, even minor varieties can skyrocket in value because population reports may show only a handful of examples in existence. So how do you identify a potentially valuable 1999 P Connecticut quarter? First, check the mint mark. Look for the small p on the obverse side near Washington's ponytail. Confirm the date reads 1999. Next, inspect the lettering carefully under magnification. Look for doubling in Liberty, Connecticut. Examine the charter oak tree for unusual thickness in branches or extra lines that might indicate doubling. Weigh the coin on a precise digital scale. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Significant deviation could indicate an off-metal strike. Measure the diameter. Inspect the edge for missing reeds or unusual smoothness. Look for clipped sections, off-center designs, or areas where metal appears raised due to die breaks. If you believe your coin shows a major error, do not clean it. Place it in a protective holder and consult a professional grading service. Authentication is essential for high-value coins. Without certification, even a genuine error may not achieve its full market potential. Auction records demonstrate that rare modern mint errors can achieve astonishing prices. While most Connecticut quarters trade for face value, dramatic and certified mint errors have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. In extreme cases involving unique off-metal strikes or finest known graded examples, competitive bidding can push prices into the hundreds of thousands. When rarity, condition, and collector demand converge, record-breaking results become possible. Private sales, especially when two determined collectors compete for a one-of-a-kind piece, can sometimes exceed public auction estimates, potentially reaching values as high as $1.3 million. The mystery surrounding the 1999 P Connecticut quarter comes from the fact that millions remain in circulation. Unlike rare 19th century coins that are locked away in collections, these quarters are still out there. They pass through vending machines, tip jars, and bankrolls. Most people never look twice. Yet somewhere, hidden among ordinary change, could be a coin with a striking error or unprecedented grade that transforms it from 25 cents into a 6- or 7-figure treasure.